So now we're entering the battle. We're going to be using the battle deck. And this is a community deck that everyone's going to use to fight with. And you'll see why. Since I have to fight crew members of Captain Hook, I will look into this boss card deck thing and just find the crew members. So crew member 1, crew member 2, and crew member 3 is right here. So I'm going to put them just kind of over here on top of each other, and as I fight each one, I'll go through each one. Basically, on the cards themselves, they have the crew members' health as well as their ability, and I'll show you that in just a second. So let's say beginning of the battle. Now, how do you determine who goes first? If, let's say, I attack another player, I initiate the attack, so I would go first. If all of a sudden a quest pops up saying that I have to fight someone, it's kind of an ambush, so they would attack me first. If it's a certain quest that a group of us has to go fight like a dragon, then our party would go first because we're going after them. But like for this Jolly Roger, it was kind of a surprise deal, so we were like, oh, okay, I'm getting ambushed, so they attack first. So this guy attacks me first. So how does this work? When you're fighting an NPC or a non-player character, you draw 3 cards. When you're fighting against another player, you and your opponent draw 5. So as you can see here, I have 2 defense cards and 1 attack card. So what happens is the enemy attacks first. So they're going to, well, I'm going to flip this. And if it's a defense card, then that pretty much means the enemy is just defending. He's not really doing anything to me. Then after that, then it's my turn. So now it's my turn. I have 1 attack and 2 defense. So I'm going to play an attack card. So this attack card says roll 1 die for an attack value. So I'm going to roll a 5. So that means I'm possibly going to do 5 damage to my enemy. But they have a chance to defend, so you just flip the top card. Okay, it's an attack, so it's not a defense at all. That's a good thing. So that means they can't defend, so they're going to eat 5. Now I'm going to check my hand. If I had another attack, I can continue playing attacks. I don't have any, so my turn is ended. So I'm going to put these cards all together in the discard pile. Okay, so I'm going to put just here so I don't mix it up. So next round, I draw 3 more. Okay, so I kind of have the same hand. So they attack now, or not they attack, they move first. So I'm gonna flip this over. They have an escape card. Okay. So when the opponent gets an escape card, they automatically try to escape. If you get an escape card, you don't have to play it. If you want to, you can, because escape cards are pretty rough. You and an opponent rolls 1 die. If you win, winning means the highest, whoever rolls the highest. If you win, you escape, but you lose all your equipped items because you pretty much threw all your weapons down and put your head between your legs and ran. If you lose the roll, then that means you don't get to escape, and instead you lose 10 health because as you're about to run, the eye kind of slice one into you. So since the enemy just put that out, they're going to try to escape. So I'm going to roll a 6 for them, and I'm going to roll, he rolls a 3. Now I'm going to roll for me 6. So that means I beat him, he doesn't get to escape, he automatically loses 10 lives. Now it goes back to me. So I have an attack and 2 defense. I'm going to attack, roll a die, possibly 5 damage. He has a chance to defend. He drew an attack card, which means he doesn't defend, so he takes another 5, so he's down to 10 lives. So then after that, then I put my cards in the discard pile, and I draw 3 more. And it gets pretty fast once you get used to it. Now I have a card called, let's say I drew this. I have a card called Ability. So you would look on your player card to see what your abilities are. Because some abilities are best to play on your opponent's turn, some are good to play right before you attack, some are good to play after your attack. So you got to really figure out, how you play your ability card. Anyways, it's his turn first, so he's gonna draw. He drew an attack, so he's gonna attack me. So he can possibly attack me for 3. I do have a defense card, so I'm gonna defend. 4. So he attacks for 3, I defend for 4, so nothing happened, so I'm good. So it's my turn. I'm going to play this ability card. So I'm going to roll the die. 5. I'm going to see on here what Pinocchio's ability is for 5. Now, like, if I rolled a 2, nothing happens. If I roll a 4, nothing happens. But 1, 3, and 5, there's some ability that would happen. Each character will have different combinations. So my number 5 is called Heart Ripper. I'm going to roll 2 die. If they become a pair, then it automatically kills the opponent. It works on everything except bosses. So I did not, so basically nothing happened. So my ability was useless, but my turn is still not over. I still have an attack card, so I'm going to play it. So I'm going to play it, possibly do 5 damage. They have a defense card, so they can defend. They defend 6. I didn't really do anything to them. So that's pretty much how it goes. So if this guy died, then it would go to the next one because I had to fight 3 crew member. But without the explanation, it goes really fast. So one thing to mention is when I first started the game, I had an action card actually as my my first bonus card. During the game, when you do questing, you will actually have the opportunity of getting more bonus cards. And so some actions that you have can affect the movement and questing part, and some can affect the battle. There's a card, for example, that is called Beast Mode. So what that does is if I play it while I'm battling, my attack, like if I play right before the attack, I'll gain +5 attack. So if I roll a 1, I'll gain 5 plus this 1. So my next attack damage would be 6. Something like that. But certain action cards will require you to burn up some of your traits. So, for example, the Beast Mode one, you will use up some of your strength. So it will require you to maybe lose 1 strength. So you would take 1 off your player card, and then you can play that ability. And then after you're done using that ability, it goes into the discard pile of your bonus deck because you used it. So after, let's say I'm done battling, after I'm done, I take the boss cards, I put them away, the battle deck, I just put it aside, and then I go back to normal, back to the board. So that is pretty much how you fight. So if I do come across a character in multiplayer, like a player, it could be an NPC or it could be an actual player. That's how I initiate a fight. I would just land on the same location as maybe another player and say, I'm going to attack you, or I'm going to attack your ally, and that's how the fight begins.